I'm Sean White, and today we're meditating on blueberry cereal. As a child, I loved breakfast cereals, right? Every Saturday morning you could find me in front of the TV watching cartoons with a big old bowl of cereal in front of me, whether it be Cookie Crisp or Captain Crunch, Fruity Pebbles, didn't matter. Loved the toys inside of them, which they no longer do anymore. I used to flip the box upside down and open it that way, so then this way the toy would be at the top. That's a pro tip for you right there. Doesn't matter, they don't do toys anymore. So one of my favorites though was Boo-Berry. All right, I don't know if you remember Boo-Berry. There was the three General Mills monster themed cereals. There was Count Chocula, Frankenberry, which I also loved. But Boo-Berry was my favorite, but you couldn't always get it. So I started thinking about it more recently because we were talking about comfort foods a couple of episodes back, and one of the things that we talked about was nostalgia. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a series of videos called Nostalgia versus Reality, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to take a look at some of the foods that I used to eat when I was younger that I absolutely loved, and let's see how they stack up to the reality of adult taste buds these days, and also from health perspectives. So I want to start. Look, I got the family size box right here. Let's go with a little Boo-Berry, and let's just jump right on in. So I'll admit, I still eat cereal even to this day. All right, it's changed up a little bit. I don't watch cartoons. Normally, I'm like eating cereal and watching MythBusters reruns. And I've kind of upgraded my cereal as I've gotten older. So here's what I'm currently eating. This is Nature's Path Optimum Power Blueberry Cinnamon Flax. So even all these years later, I'm still drawn to blueberry cereal and cinnamon. I'm a sucker for blueberries and cinnamon. I put blueberries and cinnamon, like, I use them all the time. So it's not very surprising that this is what I found. Right, but you'll also see in the photo, I use Oatly oat milk as opposed to using whole milk. And the reason why is not for any sort of health purposes, even though it is a healthier option. It's because this is what we have in the house. I don't drink milk anymore. Actually, humans are the only species that continues to drink milk past infancy. Thank you, Dairy Association, for good marketing. So yeah, I use half and half. It's not like I'm anti-dairy. I use half and half in my coffee, and I use it to make gorgota, and I use it for cooking and whatnot. But we just don't have milk in the house, so we tend to have the Oatly. My wife tends to use it for coffee in the morning, so I use that instead. Now, for the purposes of this exercise, I'm going old school, right? I'm kicking it old school. I'm going back the way I used to do it. So I did go out and buy some whole milk. Isn't that adorable? That's like the smallest thing of milk I could find next to my gigantic family size box of Boo-Berry, which I had to buy online. I can't even find it in the supermarket. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go and we're going to eat it the same way that I used to. What, 35 years ago, 40 years ago? It might have been that long. I'm 52 now, so 12. Yeah, it's quite possible that it's been 4 decades since I've eaten this particular cereal. So this should be pretty interesting to give it a try and see what I think about it now. So let's do that. We're going to talk about the whole nutritional aspects of things, because that's what we do. But at first, we're gonna give it a try, and we're gonna see what it tastes like after 4 decades. All right, so here we go. We got our big old bowl of Boo-Berry here. Now I don't know. I have to admit, even with the other stuff, with the Optimum Power flax cereal, I still pour gigantic bowls of cereal, right? I know for a fact, and we're going to talk about it, but I know for a fact that this is twice what the serving size is, right? And I understand that. We'll get into the particulars of that whole thing later on. I also remember The best thing to do with this is letting it sit for a little while, because then it changes the milk, right? So this way, like if you let it sit long enough, you're going to get blueberry milk at the end of it. And I used to always love that, particularly Frankenberry. I kind of had the best because you ended up with strawberry milk, but blueberry milk kind of can't go wrong with that, right? So I'm going to give this a try now, and let's see. We're only going to probably do like a bite or two. This is weird. It smells exactly the same, though. I gotta say, from a nostalgia point of view, yeah, I might as well be watching Looney Tunes cartoons right now, because this is so dead on. All right, let's give this a try. Yeah, it tastes the same. And I gotta say, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this whole bowl. How's the crunching on the mic? Is that good? All right, let me make sure I get a marshmallow before I stop this. Because the marshmallows were the best part, really. It was just like dehydrated sugar. All right, I gotta say, does it taste exactly the same as it did 40 years ago? Yeah, it kind of does, actually. This box might be a little stale. How can one tell, though? It does, that aftertaste, though, it's kind of artificial. I gotta say, you can taste the artificial ingredients in it, which, you know, as a kid, didn't seem to care. Nowadays, I tend not to eat many, if any, foods with a whole bunch of like artificial colors, artificial flavorings, and stuff like that. So it tends to really pop out at me a little bit more now. So I can't say that I'm going to plow through the rest of this box as soon as filming ends, but I gotta say, I am getting a little bit of that nostalgia rush of being a little kid with the big old bowl of cereal and stuff. But I can't say that I'm going to, probably not even going to finish the bowl. But I'll eat more of it, but maybe not the whole thing. So let's look at it now from the perspective of health. Okay, so I have my two cereals here, right? And this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at the different nutritional values and content on either one of these, and see what we got going on. So if I put them side by side, and I'll throw this up on the screen now, right? So we're going to take a look, and we're going to see right off the bat. You're going to be like, oh my God, the blueberry, it's got 160 calories as opposed to 210 in the other thing. And a lot of the stuff, if you look at it, it's pretty close, actually. You know, in regards to fat, in regards to cholesterol, sodium. You're going, wait, the sodium's higher in the good stuff. The carbohydrates are bigger in the good stuff. There's a couple of things to really look at here in regards to this. So the serving size says 1 1/3 cup for the blueberries and 1 cup for the blueberry cinnamon flax. Now, we're not really comparing blueberries to blueberries here, because you also look at the serving size weight. The blueberry is only 41 grams for 1 1/3 cup, where the blueberry cinnamon flax are 58 grams. So it's a much denser food product, right? The blueberry tends to be a lot of air in the puffed corn cereal and the marshmallows, which I feel like there's surprisingly less marshmallows than there used to be. So that's also like another thing. So it's if you made it the same weight, you know, you're probably going to be higher on some of the things in the blueberries, and you're going to be closer with the calorie counts and everything. So they're actually fairly close on a lot of things. except for the dietary fiber. You see, it's like 8 grams in the flax, which is 29% of your day, and only 5%, 2 grams on the blueberry. Now, when you're looking at your carbohydrates, if you're counting carbs, you normally subtract your dietary fibers because most fibers are not digestible, so they'll go right through you. Therefore, they don't count towards your net carbs. So, yeah, from this perspective, it's not that much difference in regards to calories and whatnot. Now, if we start looking at the ingredient list, I think this is where we're going to start seeing a much different story. If you look at the blueberry cinnamon flax, it's a lot of organic, whole foods, whole wheat bran, cane sugar, soy flour, Coruscant wheat, barley malt extract, soy fiber, flax meal, flaxseed, oat bran, freeze-dried blueberry, sea salt, blueberry flavor, cinnamon, and tocopherols, which are also organic. So it's a lot of good, healthy stuff inside there. It's all USDA organic. It's non-GMO. It's all like this good stuff, right? Where the blueberry, if we look at the ingredients, we got whole grain corn, cornmeal, sugar, corn syrup, which is another form of sugar, dextrose, another form of sugar, canola and or sunflower oil, modified cornstarch, salt, gelatin, trisodium phosphate, red 40, blue 1 and 2, natural and artificial flavors, malic acid, citric acid, right? So when we're looking at this, it doesn't really sound great when you're reading the ingredient list. Yeah, it's not. It's a lot of artificial stuff. I mean, it even said it on the thing. It says contains bioengineered food ingredients, which sometimes is not great. Sometimes it's okay. But here's also the other thing. Like I mentioned before with the big old bowl of cereal, I know when I weighed it out, I poured it and it came out to like right around 82 grams, which is twice the serving size. So anything that I said in regards to the nutritional content and stuff like that, times everything by 2. Also, a lot of times when you're reading the nutritional facts, they always give you 2. They give you the dry cereal, but then they also give you with milk. But they always go with skim milk. They never go with the whole milk, and that's going to increase like fats and whatnot like that. So yeah, it's what can I say about this? It's like it was a fun exercise. There's a couple more things that I have lined up that I want to do as well. But I wanted to give this one a try, only because of the fact I'm such a blueberry freak. In my older age, I wanted to go back and feed the blueberry freak of my inner child with a little blueberry cereal and give that a try. So think about that. Periodically, you might need to just go back and feed that inner child and give them that nostalgia kick. I'm going to say this time I don't think it didn't really hold up at all. It's still kind of tastes a little artificial in my mouth, and it wasn't as sweet. I thought it was going to be a lot sweeter. What can you do? Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please click the like button. If you want to hear more of what I got to say, then subscribe and turn on notifications and find out when new videos are coming out. And leave me some comments down below. Let me know what your favorite childhood cereal was. Blueberry was mine. Frankenberry, also another really big one. There were so many. There were so many though. Super Sugar Crisp. Kind of love them all. So leave me some comments down below. Let me know what cereals you loved as a kid, and let me know if you still eat them as an adult, because that'd be interesting to know. So until we speak again, be well, be safe, and be kind to everybody.